haven't already, grab some sort of chair. It doesn't have to be your specific office chair, but a chair so you get an idea of what you can do at your desk. So I don't know how I'm going to sit down on this chair at the moment. I'm just going to perch on the edge. So you might have the same issue with your office chair. You might have a cat or a dog that likes to sit on it too. So I'm just going to literally sit down as I probably normally would, because she's usually on the chair when I'm sat at my desk. So I'm going to perch on the edge. So I want you to take a seat onto your chair. And again, I'll see how long she lasts. Usually she just budges over. Oh, she's got up. Can I just perch on here? Yeah? Are you going to get down? She might get down and go out. Yay. Okay, so now I'm going to sit on a hairy cushion. So now that she's gone, I can do the session properly. So you're going to take a seat on your chair. Now I'm really short, so I always have to sit on the edge of my chair to have my feet down, flat on the floor. But you might be able to just to sit normally and have your feet flat. So I want you to take a seat onto your chair. And again, imagine you're at your desk or your office. And again, if you sit, maybe you're working from home and you're sitting on the sofa with your laptop on your knee or anything like that, you can still do this one on a sofa, but we are going to do some things that are either side of the chair. So again, you might just want to go to the dining room table or something like that. So we're going to have our, imagine you're at your desk, you're at your laptop. Take a step back from that. So if you are doing this in the middle of the day where you actually have everything in front of you, move your chair slightly back so you've got a bit of space in front of you. We're just going to start nice and easy, just warming up. So you're going to bring the hands down onto the sides of your chair. And you're going to reach up and over, stretching down the side of your body, coming up through center and then switching sides, reaching up and over, finding the length, finding the stretch over and down the side of the body. And you're going to keep going in your own time. So we're just stretching and releasing, warming up through the body. And again, if you've been sitting at a desk, try and lift through the ribs, find the length, reaching down the side of the chair or holding onto the seat of the chair as you move from one side to the other. Now as you start to do this, I want you to think about pulling your belly button in and lifting the muscles of the pelvic floor. So sometimes when we're sitting at a desk, we're kind of just like here. So I want you to think about scooping, and automatically when you scoop those tummy muscles in and up, you start to lengthen and sit up properly. Okay, let's take a break from that. Roll the shoulders back and down. Again, often tight neck muscles and tight shoulders when we're sitting. So again, we're going to focus on those areas as well as those hips as well. So one more time, rolling back and down. I don't know about you, but if you're a member, you might feel those back muscles today after body sculpt yesterday. I certainly do. So we're going to release the neck now. So I want you to hold on to the edge of your chair and I want you to take your head into the opposite direction. Now you're going to add your hand. Now we're not pulling on the head, we're just simply placing the hand, adds a little bit more resistance. So we're feeling that stretch all the way down the side of the neck. Now first thing in the morning, this might feel quite tight and quite stiff, or even in the middle of the day, your neck might just feel really tight, so you might really feel this stretch. Breathing through. Now we're going to release, gradually bring it up. We're going to look over in the same direction, so stretching, looking over your shoulder, feeling that stretch all the way down the side of the neck. Keep hold of the chair, find some length, looking over your shoulder. Breathe. Come back into the center. Again, we're going to look that same way, looking the same way. This time we're going to look slightly up, and you're going to make an with the mouth, okay? So imagine you're a monkey and you're making it with the mouth. So we're going to the side, looking up towards the ceiling, and then making that ooh. You can even say it if you want to with the mouth. So again, feeling it all the way to the jaw. Coming through center, releasing. Switching sides, holding on to the base of the chair on the other side. taking the ear towards your shoulder and then just gradually placing that hand if you want to. If you feel it here, and you don't need that hand, that's fine. Again, when we place the hand, we're not pulling down, we're simply just placing the hand there, and that gives you a little bit more of a stretch. Breathing into it. Each side can feel really different. So try and breathe and relax into it as much as you can. And even just a 5-minute break doing some of these stretches and releases is going to have a huge effect on your posture, on your tight muscles, on releasing tension. Hold. And then again release. So again, we're going to look in the other direction, and you're going to turn your head just to look over your shoulder. Try not to move the body, but focus on looking over your shoulder with the head. And again, feeling the neck stretch all the way around the back of the neck. Breathing through. And then coming back into the center. Again, we're going to look that same way, but we're making that ooh with the mouth, and we're looking up. So you're moving the head to the side, you're looking up towards the ceiling, and then you're making that mouth in the shape of an O. So again, feeling the jaw, feeling the neck. Coming into the center, releasing, and just bringing those hands just to the base of the collarbone. And this time we're going to move the chin slightly forwards. We're going to lift the head, take the gaze up towards the ceiling, and again move that chin slightly forwards out in front of you, so the neck is feeling that stretch. Gradually release, take your time. From here, we're going to hold just to the top of the base of the neck, and you're just going to give yourself a massage, pulling down towards the neck and the shoulders. Just going to stand up, so you can see, just pulling down, again switching sides, just down the side of the neck, into those shoulders. Just a nice easy stretch. When you are ready, releasing. Now let's start to open through the chest and the front of the shoulders. We're often quite rounded in those shoulders when we're at a laptop, so we're going to start to pull those shoulders back. So all I want you to do is move the arm out and open. It depends what kind of chair you've got, but you're going to try and hold on to the back of the chair. If you can, you might want to try and stretch towards the other side of the chair. So you're really stretching through and opening through the shoulder. And then you're finding somewhere to place the hand, or finding somewhere to move the hand back to. And then you're going to try and move the body back to the front to face me. So you should feel a stretch all the way through the front of the shoulder. You can even look in the other direction as well, extending through, finding that length. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. When you're ready, switching sides. So again, you're reaching towards the back of the chair, either holding on or maybe across towards the other side of the chair. But again, you're going to try and move your upper body towards the front. It doesn't have to be square to the front, but again, feeling that shoulder stretch, feeling the front of the shoulder and the chest. And again, you can always look into the opposite direction as well, continuing that stretch all the way to the neck, opening everything out into the front of the body. Gradually bring yourself back into the center. You know, reach back for the edges of the chair. So again, opening through the chest, you can hold on to the edges of the back of the chair. Again, it depends what chair you have. You can always clasp the hands behind your back if you want to. And this time we're just lifting the ribs, squeezing your shoulder blades towards each other, lifting the ribs, so you're pushing the ribs forwards and out. And again, opening all the way across the chest. Hold that position. through. And release, roll the shoulders back and down. I'm not finished with your chair yet, though. Okay, so we're going to step out to the edge of the chair. So I want you to bring your butt cheek towards the edge of the chair. And then from here, I'm going to just turn around to the side. So you're on the edge of the chair, and she sneaked on there while I'm standing up. You're going to step the leg back behind you, so you're stretching through, pushing all the way through. So you can have a bent knee, or you can extend through the leg. And then you're going to reach up towards the ceiling, stretching to where you can, and you should feel that all the way through the hip. So again, if we're seated, our hips are really tight and really close. So again, one butt cheek is on the chair, and then you're moving the leg back, finding a stable position, and then again reaching and holding. Maybe give the bottom a little bit of a squeeze, and that'll help to open out through the front of the hip. Breathing through, let's hold this for a few breaths. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring yourself back into the center, and we're going to switch sides. I'll just try it this way. So again, one butt cheek on the chair, pushing the leg back, finding the stretch, stable position so you're quite grounded with that other butt cheek on the chair, and then again stretching and lifting through. You can again stroke the cattle dog, whoever's occupying your office chair other than you, and you're stretching through that hip. Breathe. Again, you can always go a little bit further into it, open all the way down the front of the body, squeeze the bottom, open out through the hip. This is your last exercise, so just a few exercises and stretches that you can do at your desk. 5 minutes, couple of minutes, when you're having a little bit of a break. Release. Again, you may want to stand up and shake out. You've got no other choice but to stand up. So I hope that helps. We'll come back to that throughout your day. If you are seated at a laptop or a desk, at home, you're working from home, those are really good stretches to open out and stretch and release the muscles. For anyone, we tend to be tight in the hips and the shoulders, so even if you're not at a laptop all day, those are other areas that we tend to be tight. So these stretches are going to be really beneficial for anybody. So come back to that, make sure you save it.